Hello everybody, week 10. The number 21 Monarchs coming off one of the biggest wins, if not the biggest win in school history. We're going to take on Duke on the road. Duke started 4-0, upset win over Florida State, and have since fallen back a bit with a couple of tough games thrown in there against Notre Dame and Virginia Tech. But Duke notably has a very weak defense, especially defending the run. Even against teams that haven't run the ball very much, have done a fairly good job against Duke's defense. So the weakness, especially at linebacker, is a concern for the Blue Devils. But, you know, this game starts 0-0, and that's all that matters. We're going to look at pretty solid offense for Duke, but it's going to be on the defense to really come up with a big performance if they want to come away with the win against the number 21 team in the country, coming off a huge upset. Certainly a big concern is when you pull off a big upset is you might have a letdown the next week, and Old Dominion's going to try to avoid that. In front of a packed Wallace Wade Stadium, under the lights, it's going to be a fun time here at Duke University. ODU gets the ball to start wearing the all-silver uniforms this time around, and the ball thrown out of bounds by Shane McCarley. Not a very good throw. Sets up 2nd and 10. Shotgun again for McCarley. Going to look on a play action here, and he finds Ellison. The ball was thrown low, but Ellison able to pull it in for 17 yards. He has been fantastic this season at junior wide receiver out of Maryland. Shane McCarley on 3rd and 8 rolls out to his right, finds Dixon, but the defense closed nicely on that play, didn't allow Dixon to do too much. ODU punts it away, and it's quarterback Parker Boehm finding Terrence Alls. These are really the guys to watch. Terrence Alls, Kevin Rawls, rhyming receivers, and Parker Boehm at quarterback. It's stopped for a 1-yard gain there, but they would pick up the first down. And looking now, he finds the number 1 receiver, Kevin Rawls. He leads the team in all major receiving categories this season, and there he shows why he's hard to defend. Blown coverage by Matt Williams there. I don't know what he was doing, but he was severely messed up and let that one go for a long gain there. Duke on top and missing the extra point. It bounces off the upright, and certainly the sophomore kicker has a lot of work to do. He's one of the weaker kickers in the ACC. Having a tough season so far, kicking the ball here. And this is what Duke has problems with. 20-yard gain for Dixon on the ground. They really need to contain that run game to have a shot at winning today. 3rd and 7 for ODU in field goal range, but would like to get the first down here. Fakes the handoff on the option. McCarley keeps it, and he's going to get about 13 yards. 13 for number 13. Good job there. 1st and 10, setting up right around the 15-yard line. McCarley draws back, and it's D'Angelo Holcomb, touchdown of 15 yards. Holcomb's been getting more playing time with some of the impressive plays he's made. He's looked better than advertised, I think. Holcomb's shown up earlier than expected. 7-6, ODU converted on their extra point. That's not been an issue at all for the Monarchs. And Mike Weber, this is a pass-first team, but Duke will throw in that run play, and Mike Weber's a solid running back. Terrence Alls, the other big-time receiver for Duke, getting in on the action there. 1st and 10. Boehm looking to throw, has nice time to throw, finds TJ Douglas in for 16 yards, continuing to move the ball effectively against this ODU defense. Did a very good job against Georgia Tech. Parker Boehm shakes off the tackle, and it's Terrence Alls. First down. It looked like a sack, and instead it's first down yardage. 2nd and goal upcoming at the 5-yard line for Parker Boehm. Going to look, finds Mike Weber, and it's a touchdown. Duke doing very well on their first couple of offensive possessions here. 13-7 at the start of the 2nd quarter. Josh Silva comes in motion now, and it's going to be an option. Looking to Dixon, shakes off a tackler between 2 defenders. He's gone. Dixon untouched the rest of the way. Beautifully done. This play looked like it was going to be stopped. The defense actually was pretty well disciplined on this one. but Dixon just makes a great play. 14-13. Nice start to the game for the offenses. The defenses really yet to really show up outside of the first drive for ODU where they were stopped. 2nd and 6 upcoming for Duke. Looking, finds Mike Weber. A little wheel route for Weber. Takes a shot, but he's okay with that. He got the first down and a lot more. 18 yards on that one. Right around the 21-yard line. It's going to be sacked, and it's Chad Robinson. He is slowly approaching Julian Randolph's career sack record. That's 16 career sacks. Robinson getting closer and closer. And here the field goal attempt is going to be just good. He sneaks it in there. He couldn't make an extra point earlier, but makes that one. And as you can see, number 2 TCU remains undefeated with a close win in what looks like a classic game over number 3 Oklahoma. We'll get back to the action here in North Carolina, home of Duke University. David Dixon, 8 yards, and ODU would pick up the first down. Scott Sullivan shakes off a tackle, but Duke swarms to the ball there. Loss of 2. 2nd and 12 upcoming, trailing by 2 points, Old Dominion. Dixon runs it off back to the left side. Dixon might go untouched. Does the safety have enough speed? He doesn't. Untouched to the end zone, 73 yards. That is what Duke has problems with, as we've seen several times in this game already. Look at Dixon just weave his way back to the left side. Saw the hole, saw the opening. 21-16. The offense is just exploding in this game. Weber rides Kavon Walker for 8 yards. Solid running back Mike Weber. Perhaps a bit unfortunate that he's a part of an offense that largely passes the ball. But Parker Boehm, the quarterback, he doesn't do this too often, but man, he breaks off a 51-yard run brought down by Kavon Walker finally. Good grief. Looking now, draw play to Weber. Duke just running it at ODU. Not what they do usually. Just pounding it play after play. So often that they just gun the ball around the field with the passing game here. Walker can't bring him down, and the quarterback in the end zone. 6-yard touchdown run. It's only his 2nd touchdown run of the season. Extra point would be good, and here David Dixon, look at his production. 4 carries for 35 yards in the first quarter, but 3 carries for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. What a game this has been so far. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, and it's 23-21. McCarley can't find anybody open. Great coverage on this play, and he's just going to take off. Lots of room to run, pushed out of bounds after a 27-yard gain. McCarley certainly hasn't run the ball as much this year. Josh Silva comes in to give him a breather. Going to take a shot at the end zone. D'Angelo Holcomb had it. Maybe the defender got a hand in there, but Holcomb probably should have brought that down. 3rd and 5 now. McCarley back in. Drop back to pass. Going to find. No, it's intercepted. Scott has it taken away from ODU. Ellison cuts him down. Looks like he had room to make a return. But it looks like just a little bit too poor of a pass to make that work. Trying to force it in there, McCarley couldn't do it. Kevin Rawls on the option pitch. Gets credit for 16 yards on the ground there. Weber gonna punch off defenders, running right through players. What a run, 17. Maybe ODU has to worry about their own run defense and stopping Weber, because look at Duke, and this time Chad Robinson not going to be fooled by the option. Fantastic job there. Didn't give him a chance to pitch the ball. Just throws him to the ground. 3rd and 14. Big 3rd down for ODU. Going to run a little screen to Mike Weber. He's going to weave his way in. Breaks off a tackle. Gets to the marker. What a first down. 3rd and long, and they convert. It's demoralizing for the defense. Gonna look now. Kevin Rawls out to the left. Fights through. Gets into the end zone. And Duke is gonna extend their lead. 29-21 here. Extra point pending. And it goes left. Somehow misses. So the game stays 29-21. A minute and a half to go. We fast forward ahead now to under a minute to go. McCarley gonna look. Finds Todd Jackson, got room on the sideline, and he steps out of bounds. Maybe earlier than he wanted to. He had first down at least. Instead, it's 2nd and 3. Handoff. Dixon cuts it out to the left side. Look at that speed. Look at the spin move. That's the problem. Duke just does not have the speed on the outside to match what Dixon has to offer. 2nd and 10 now. Knocked down. Good defense. That will take us into the half. ODU would kick a field goal to send us into halftime. Score is 29-24. Duke leading the 21st ranked Monarchs. Look at the offense. Duke over 300 yards. Old Dominion over 300 yards of offense total. Only one turnover so far in this game, but you know, that's a lot of yards for Old Dominion to give up in a single half. Good grief. The fact is, it's still only a 5-point game. Certainly the first road game in a while for Old Dominion, so that could be playing a factor into this one. What will they do? Duke gets the ball to start the half. Certainly something they'd like to take advantage of is extending their lead with this first drive. Quarterback's going to look fine. TJ Douglas open across the middle of the field. Good call there, good recognition. Sets up another first down for the Blue Devils. Play action, fake Parker Bame. Gonna look, he's got a man. It's Kevin Rawls. Rawls again, this time 38 yards. They are finding success with the vertical passing game, especially with Kevin Rawls. 2nd and 10 now. Bame's gonna get stopped. Kavon Walker was somehow missed by the line. I don't know what happened here. He came flying through. 3rd and 14 set up, but we saw Duke convert this earlier. ODU this time, not going to be fooled. Marcus Massey on the tackle, the senior safety, making sure they weren't going to convert there. 4th down on a field goal try. Scott Sullivan could have got a block on that one, but he didn't need to. That field goal was missed by a mile. Had plenty of distance on it, but just terrible accuracy. McCarley's going to look. This play is covered. He's going to force it in there anyway. What a terrible decision. What are you doing? What are you doing on this play? No other options to throw to, but this play was not going to happen. You can't force that one in there. Duke gets saved there. Great field position, and Mike Weber, the very next play, has another receiving touchdown for the running back. Extending the lead, 35-24. Can he make the extra point? He does! It's a miracle, ladies and gentlemen. Better do some push-ups. 36-24 here in the 3rd quarter. Work to do for the Monarch offense. 2nd and 8 upcoming. Shane McCarley. Nice time to throw, but nobody's really open. Finally finds Adrian Bush, who runs into his lineman, slowing him down a little bit. Almost maybe cost him the first down. 3rd and 2. Going to run a little play out of the shotgun. Pretty automatic. You give it to Dixon. He's got the skills to get you about 5 yards at least every time. 2nd and 2 on this drive. Looking, McCarley finds Dixon open. Great recognition there. 10 yards inside the 10-yard line now. We look at 2nd and goal from about the 3. Silva hands it off to Dixon. Touchdown! David Dixon. Another one on the day. What a fantastic job. The ODU defense would finally force the Duke offense to punt it away. 36-31 is the lead. 2nd and 11 upcoming. Can McCarley find anybody on this play? He does. Ellison. Great play. Another 17 yards for the receiver. 3rd and 3 though. This is a big 3rd down. So we're nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. Finds Lawrence Reese, the junior receiver. Very solid. 9 yards. And we go into the 4th quarter. Quite a game. Lots of offense. 36-31 Duke leading. But Old Dominion is threatening with the ball right now to take the lead or at least get a field goal on the board. If they can move into field goal range. 1st and 10. Scott Sullivan in at halfback. Gets the handoff. Looking nice run. Moving in and out. Almost 20 yards on the play. Sullivan's 4th carry, and that was his longest on the day. Pistol formation, going to hand off to Dixon straight up the middle, but you know, nothing's guaranteed when you give it to Dixon. He can move all over the field. have you burn 10 yards. He's over 200 yards on the day. 2nd and inches. Shotgun. McCarley making some changes at the line. They're going to pass on 2nd and inches and finds Phil Billings. The number 2 tight end getting in on the action today. Sets up a goal line situation at the 5. Handoff to Dixon to the right side, but this time the defense is all over it. No gain. Excellent job covering that one. Daniel Daniels, what a name. Great job, parents. Great job. 3rd and goal. Passing situation. McCarley looks, finds Reese. Throwing into a lot of blue jerseys around there, but Reese manages to snag that one for the touchdown. And it's 2-point conversion time. This to extend the lead to 3 points. McCarley play action, has Adrian Bush wide open, and that makes this a 3-point game. 39-36. Great execution. The linebacker that was covering Bush certainly was fooled on that play action that allowed Bush to be so open. Next drive for Duke. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to try and at least get a field goal to tie. Weber, a great run there, 10 yards. And that would, in fact, set up 3rd and inches. Important play for both sides here. Old Dominion could get a stop. Look at this. Chad Robinson again. He has been huge. Another option play where the defensive end has come away, and he's yapping in the quarterback's ear after that one. He's happy. 1st and 10. Dixon handoff. 4 yards. Solid stop for the defense, though, not allowing him to get very far. 3rd and 3. Play action. Fake. And McCarley's hit as he throws. Ball falls to the ground. And a big stop. Duke's defense comes away big time. Just over 3 minutes to go. Trailing by 3. The Blue Devil offense about to get underway here. And try and find a rhythm. And he's sacked! What a play. And it's Anthony Cody coming in with the sack. 3rd and 17. Big play coming yet again here. And it's Chad Robinson breaking up the pass. Who has been bigger defensively than Chad Robinson in this game? Another stop for the defense. Great field position. And Old Dominion starting. Play clock running down. McCarley takes the snap. Oh, McCarley has Todd Jackson down into the end zone. 45 yards. They could have just tried to run down the clock. Instead, take a shot at the defense to pull away. This now a 10-point game. Jackson was all by himself. With 2.5 minutes to go, it's 46-36. Duke has work to do. And Terrence Alls, what a one-handed catch. 13 yards. Do that a little bit more, they can score quickly. Duke is a rapid-fire offense. Great play, Kevin Rawls. Contested by Marcus Massey on that one. I thought it could have been an interception. Instead, Rawls gets it, and it's Terrence Alls. In less than 30 seconds, Duke responds. 5th touchdown pass of the day for Parker Boehm at quarterback, this senior. Unbelievable. 2 minutes to go. 2nd and 3. Duke has 2 timeouts left. If ODU can get a couple more first downs, really, they'll be able to put this one away. 2 minutes to go. ODU. Gotta just try and run the clock out. Paris Bennett, the freshman at running back now, just telling him to hold on to the ball. That's what he's going to do. He gets a good 7 yards. Last timeout used by Duke would result in this one being put away. The Monarchs escape. David Dixon, a heck of a game. 238 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, added a few receptions as well. But I tell you what, I think Chad Robinson's defensive performance was outstanding. 46-43. ODU avoids the upset. It would have been a big letdown after that win against Georgia Tech. Dixon, as we saw there, a good game running the ball all around. Todd Jackson, Brennan Nelson, virtually identical games other than the touchdown that Jackson had. Massey led the way in tackling with 10 total tackles. But Robinson, 6 tackles, 3 of them for a loss, 1 sack. Heck of a game. He's my co-player of the game along with David Dixon. Tommy Patrick added that 49-yard field goal at the end of the first half that made a big difference. Quarterback for Duke, no interceptions, 5 touchdowns, 400 yards passing, and he only did it throwing to 4 different receivers. That's largely a result of the fast-paced, no-huddle offense they run. They're not making a lot of substitutions, so largely the targets that he's throwing to are very much the same. ODU, another win, and after starting conference play 0-3, albeit against very good teams in the conference, Florida State and Virginia Tech are among the divisional leaders. It was still a tough start to conference play. Now ODU has ripped off 3 consecutive wins in the ACC. Between the two teams, look at the total offense. 1,000 yards combined of total offense. What a game this was. To the low-scoring affair that was the Georgia Tech game, we get this. Just, you never know what you're going to get. You really don't. A quick look at Heisman watches. Dixon is improving his stock, but he's not in the top 5 yet. We'll also look and just take a quick peek at these awards semifinalists. There are a few Old Dominion mentions in here. That's mainly what we're looking for here. You'll see David Dixon get mentioned a couple times. Chad Robinson will also be in the mix as well. But in the meantime, in the next game, it's the final non-conference game of the season for ODU against Central Michigan. Also the last home game of the year, so it'll be senior day for Old Dominion, celebrating those players with their last home game of their careers. Central Michigan, very similar to Duke, a very weak defensive team, but they have a high-powered offense, so it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. Central Michigan also upset top 10 team in Oregon earlier this year, but they've struggled the last few weeks. Again, very similar to Duke. Old Dominion will have a lot going for them. We'll see what happens in the final 3 weeks of the season. Central Michigan, then Virginia and Miami to cap off the season. I will see you guys all next time.